Hello guys, today I'm going to have another knife review for you to look at, and it is going to be, bam, the Dpx Hest 2.0 survival folder. The Dpx Hest knife is a collaboration with Lion Steel from Maniago, Italy, with Robert Young Pelton, who is apparently a survivalist. This is the second version of the knife, hence the 2.0 in the name. I'll do a quick rundown. The blade itself is D2 tool steel, which means it holds an edge longer, but is a bitch to sharpen. The coating, it has a black coating on it. That helps with corrosion. So far, with me using it, it has not worn off yet. You can see there's a logo there. The blade is 3.19 inches long, but there's only 3.10 inches of actual cutting area. The blade looks like a full flat grind, but it has almost like a high hollow grind. But that's good for cutting. It has a perfect blade for cutting if you need it to. If you need it out in a survival situation, if you need a baton, cut game, that sort of thing. And the blade is fairly thick. You can see here the blade thickness is 0.187 inches. It's very thick. There's a lot of steel you get on this knife. It comes down to a pretty nice point. It's not too thin, but not too thick. Just about perfect. Overall length of the knife is 7.63 inches. Continuing with the blade, I just want to get I'm just all over the place today. But the blade itself has a bottle opener in it, which you can also use as a wave feature, like the Emerson knives, where you just pop it out of your pocket and it opens the blade up. Has ambidextrous thumb studs. They are terraced. They're thumb studs. You know, they work, whatever. Has jimping. The jimping also doubles as wire strippers. And you see there's 3 different sizes. Personally, I don't care for that. I'm not ever going to use it. But, you know, I say that now, but then I'm going to use it tomorrow or something. But anyway, it's adequate jimping. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Now onto the handle. As you see, it is green G10 with a checkered pattern. It's fairly grippy. I like it. It works for what it is. You can see it has black hardware on the knife. These are torque screw bits. The pivot screw is a unique one. I'll show you a tool later in a little bit what to use to adjust your pivot. You see it has a nice little deep finger choil here. You can see the frame lock on this side, which is great because you can get purchase on it with your thumb to close the blade. Nice little round spot, a little hump in the middle of the blade for your palm. You look down here. Good for your finger wrap around. It also has a pinky ramp, or I don't know what you want to call that, but it stops your pinky if you're pulling a knife out of something and it's stuck or whatever. It helps with your pinky from sliding off the knife. But it's a nice little feature. It makes the knife look good too. Also, there is a lanyard hole that doubles as a hex bit driver, which I have some hex bits here, which I'll put in there. But it goes in there like that, like so. And you can see it's in there now, and then you can use it as a screwdriver, or you know, whatever you want to use it for, and wrench out torques or flatheads, whatever you may have. What may it be? Who knows? You probably won't need hex bits in the middle of the fucking jungle, but it's nice to have that. Okay, now on to the pocket clip, which is the biggest knock on this knife. Look how far this bastard sticks off the knife. You see, compared to a zero tolerance 350. Which is sleek, sexy, and slim. This one is not. This one is like your obese sister. You know, I mean, it holds in a pocket, but it adds needless width to the blade. Once again, if they would make the pocket clip, you know, deep carry like it is now, which I love, by the way. It's deep carry. It's concealment in the pocket, but make it closer to the blade, and it really. Also, as we're talking with the pocket clip, as you see, there is a glass breaker, which is interchangeable with a flat piece. Here, there's a back spacer. It's partially flow-through construction, which you can clean. It's easier to clean, get dust out, pocket lint, so forth. Onto the titanium frame lock side, which this is also another weak point of the knife. It is very soft titanium. I've seen people do videos where they're batoning with the knife and so forth, and it bends the lock bar. It can't handle strenuous tasks like it's marketed for. That being said, for EDC knife, a knife that you would, if you needed to use it in a last ditch situation or use it in a survival situation, it can handle what, to a certain point. You're not going to chop down a damn tree with it. You see here is a frame lock. The lockup on the blade is pretty nice. Back here you have the stop pin. It has a rotor block. What the rotor block does is pretty much you twist it this way. Oh, if I can get it. Anyway, it twists it, and it puts pressure on the lock bar, allows it to stay in place, and you cannot disengage it. So it pretty much becomes a fixed blade. But once again, if I want a fixed blade, I will carry a fixed blade, and that will be my SE3. Anyway, the knife itself feels good in the hand. It fits my hand perfectly. I have a medium-sized hand. It fills up pretty nice. Another complaint for a knife is I wish the blade was about 4 inches. If the blade was 4 inches, no, the blade to handle ratio is off. As you can see, it looks kind of funny. The blade needs to be in this area, roughly comparable to handle. But that's just a minor gripe, The tool you get with a knife, you see here, it's a little skull tool. Has 2 little prongs on top here, which you can use into the pivot to adjust how tight or loose you want it. Has a little cross here that is used for the glass breaker, which you use it to take out this flat piece. You can interchange it if it'll focus, but it's just a flat little knob you put on there. That way you don't have the glass breaker on there, which will poke, whatever it may be. There's jimping on the tool, so if you want to use this as a scraper, as you see the chamfered edge here, you can do so. And it has a little notch here which you can use to cut things. Overall, this is a pretty nice accessory. I like that they included this with the knife. Some companies will probably, they try to trick you to where you buy a knife and then you also need this tool. That's another $10. Nice little feature. It's nifty to have. I like it. Do some size comparisons right fast. There's the Dpx. Here is the Zero Tolerance 350, which is one of my favorite knives. And move the camera a little bit. Camera, and a newly acquired Cryo by Kershaw, which is actually a fantastic knife by itself. I'll probably do another. I already have a review of it up, but the quality of the video is pretty poor, so I may redo the review on this knife. But it's a spectacular knife. Anyway, that being said, you can see the size comparisons. The blade's a lot better on the Zero Tolerance, lengthwise anyway. I'm not really a fan of the recurve. I'm more of a just give me an edge that just sweeps up, nice little belly to it. But overall, Dpx is a pretty good knife for what it is. Having D2 steel, all the extra little accessories with it, is marketed as a survival knife. I can understand the point of it. You can use it in a survival situation. I just feel that there's better knives in the price range as well. Being this knife goes for anywhere from $175 to $190, I feel you can probably get a better knife. Hence, you can get a Zero Tolerance, some of the better Benchmades. But overall, I give this knife a 7 out of 10. For what it is, if you don't abuse it like it's meant to be, it'll last. But if you go out in the woods and chop a tree down with it, you're going to break the knife. Which I guess that's a hit toward the knife itself. But anyway, thanks for watching the review. Thanks for sticking around, and hope you have a good day. Thank you.